My name is Courtney Cowie, and I'm a Wisconsin State licensed therapeutic bodywork nutrition therapy practitioner certified by the Nutrition Therapy Association, and also a classical Chinese herbal medicine practitioner. So kind of what led me to get into this line of work, like so many other people who are out there doing work in the holistic health field, is really my own struggle with various health issues that have kind of evolved over time. And in some ways I'm still on that path of working with and trying to continually improve upon those things. But essentially have a very specific history with IBS diagnosis, and then a SIBO diagnosis later, and then after that diagnosis of collagenous colitis later in life. And so kind of treading the space of a few different gut health conditions with also autoimmune condition. I really love to work specifically with that population, and I feel like I understand it both on a personal level and as a practitioner who's really kind of done a deep dive to really help myself understand and learn a lot about these different conditions and what natural tools are available to help manage them, really. So what I feel makes my approach especially unique and valuable is the fact that I've got experience and training both as a body worker and on the end of nutrition and on the end of herbs, with that Chinese medicine kind of overlay to all of it. So being able to, with the same stroke, work with someone externally, work through soft tissue, any kind of pain aspects that are part of their whole picture, at the same time as I can actually do nutritional work with them and herbal work with them to hopefully kind of give them a more holistic, inside-out approach to helping their body get to a better place. The other thing is I run a very small practice. It's just me, so I really pride myself on the fact and enjoy that I can do a lot of just very customized one-on-one work. I try to really take the time to walk each of my clients from start to finish, and I do care quite a bit about just making sure that they are making some progress and I'm not forgetting about them or kind of leaving them hang in between sessions, really trying to make sure what I'm offering them is giving them value and some level of improvement, and making them feel good about the progress and that this was a good choice for them. I draw from my own direct experience, as I mentioned earlier, which I think is a huge thing anytime you're dealing with folks struggling with chronic conditions, because there's always that emotional, mental piece, the social piece. There's all of these just stresses that go along with trying to manage a long-term chronic health condition that I think as a practitioner is really good to keep in mind, because as you're teaching and imparting knowledge and hopefully helping this person with new tools to manage these things, you're keeping in mind the stresses they might be encountering when they're in social situations, or just the stresses around avoiding certain foods that they used to love, for example. It's really important just to keep all that in mind when you're working in this kind of process, and I feel that I have a lot of, that's a strength of mine when I'm working with folks. The other thing is, I feel like what I do is very cost effective. There's a lot of things that I think can be done from a very simple, low cost standpoint that can be quite effective without needing to recommend a bunch of out-of-pocket tests above and beyond what people will be starting out with. And I think if testing is needed, I oftentimes try to encourage the client to work with their doctor to hopefully get those tests done and have the doctor's input as far as kind of what they're seeing on that end of things. So I really think that, you know, there's times where I've noticed practitioners will sometimes order things like lots of food sensitivity testing, and it may be helpful in certain cases, but I think it's not always needed a lot of the time, and can be avoiding a big cost that might not add much to the picture in the scheme of things. So again, trying to just be very cost effective and smart about how we attack different challenges we're working with. And then the last thing is I never really stopped learning. I've kind of taken this on as my personal mission of sorts, and also really truly what I feel I'm here to do, and I really do have an ongoing interest and passion and excitement around just what's going on, what's evolving in the field of gut health and learning, and bringing that to my clients with the hope of keeping them, again, moving further and further along the path.